Yo, what's up? Episode 11. Now no voice pod. Got the boys together. T-Dub, Melika. How you
Yeah,
guys doing? What's
yeah,
up with y'all?
Yes, sir.
great, man.
I'm good, man.
Good. All right, man. Quick rundown of today's episode. Finals recap, top four picks recap, and then and of course in the NBA video about the NBA draft with a draft of our own. And I'll break that down second half of this video. But we'll start off, Malachi, since you have been on in a little bit. What was your reaction to the finals, man? Did you predict the Pacers taking to this in seven? Was the Pacers gonna win? If Tyrese Halliburton didn't tear his Achilles, talk to me. What's up, man?
Yeah, I was watching the game at work, and when I seen Tyler, I thought they were honestly. I feel like Indiana would have won. Tyrese had 9 quick points. I feel like he was about to have a night, and
One of them games.
but I don't know. Like I said, I do think the Pacers probably would have pulled it out, honestly. Especially just because like I don't think the Thunder were really playing that good. I think they just played just good enough.
T-Dub had the Thunder winning. Obviously, you was correct with your prediction.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on that series?
Uh, Honestly, man, I don't really know what really happened because I had OKC winning the six in Indiana, but I mean, that wasn't me disrespecting Indiana. That was actually me giving Indiana respect because a lot of people was disrespecting Indiana by like saying they was gonna get swept or like OKC in five, but Indiana been fighting, but I ain't gonna lie, Game 7 had me kind of nervous. Like the way they started out, I was like, hey man, gotta kick it in the gear. And I always said, bro, like I think I said in the video, like I was like, OKC is gonna have to win by on defense. If it turns into a shootout, the Pacers are gonna win because they just have the ability to shoot better than OKC.
I will say this, I mean, the first half, the Pacers was winning going to halftime, and it was a close game. It wasn't a shootout. I mean, the Pacers was right there with them. Defensive stop, bucket for bucket. But that third quarter, OKC just shut it down. They shut it down. Then McConnell comes into the game. Excellent run. TW and I talk about this. Coach pulls him, and he was the only dude to score in game time for 10 minutes of the game. Like that's a terrible move by the coach, man. Like the only guy give you offense. Like you got Ben Mather taking contested three step backs like he's one of the ones. There's a reason Ben Mather comes off the bench. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I mean, I know TJ comes off the bench, but great series for the Pacers, man. Tough next year. They're gonna be back to irrelevant, but great
Yeah,
playoff run by the Pacers, man. Great playoff run. Like they
yeah,
was
they,
this close, man.
Yeah, I mean, like going back to the coaching thing. Also, I feel like even though like with Siakam, like they had Siakam out that game way too much,
Way too much. He took one shot in the
especially that
third
third
quarter.
quarter,
One shot.
bro. I mean, of course I picked this over too, but we're not going to talk about
What?
that.
We taking over to game seven?
we should have.
yeah, that's man.
He should have been in the game more. And like I said, even like in the fourth quarter, like it felt like Ben Mathurin was literally taking every possession, and
He
like
was taking
Pascal
every
was sitting in
shot.
the corner.
That is the
I'm like,
that's
bro,
the Ben Mathurin experience,
why is
man.
Pascal sitting in the corner? And like, yeah, Ben had like 24 points, and I do think Ben. I think he's a good player. I think he should be on a different team because I don't think he fits their play style. He's more of like he has a great ISO game, obviously, and he's a like I just feel like he don't fit their system.
He should play for like the Nets, like on a bad team. Ben Mathurin, I don't know what I'm gonna say this right now. I'm looking directly to the camera. Ben Mathurin peak is Karis LeVert. I don't know what this hype is about Ben Mathurin. He's cool.
Wow.
He's talented, I guess. But I mean, guys like him and Cam Thomas, if y'all need consistent points from them, and y'all not gonna be winning games. Ben Mathurin is a ball stopper, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Like that was the reason why he got benched in the first place. But guys forget Ben Mathurin used to start for the Pacers, and then when they became good, it's because bro wasn't starting no more. That's like the part of the formula. Part of the formula.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, it was looking weird there. But I think that when TJ or not TJ, when Tyrese got hurt, they look like they kind of just lost their identity a little bit, and it was weird because I know Tyrese Halliburton is like the engine to like pretty much how that system runs, like and he like personifies that system, like pass first and everything like that, just get it out, get going, running and stuff like that. And he's like a high assist, low turnover guy. But I don't know, like they kind of got away from team ball, like y'all said, like whenever he went down. Like they was fighting, it was defensive stop for defensive stop. In the first half, they had a point, but in that third quarter, like you said, but it just got away from like team ball. And I don't know why they went away from Pascal Siakam.
Yeah,
Like that was strange to me. But good win, OKC, because I'm not gonna take away like the credit that they deserve. Because I mean, they still had to do what they had to do. They had to execute like, on defense and everything like that. I mean, these guys in the NBA, injuries is a part of it, so I can't really say like they ain't deserve to win. Because I mean, they fought all season for the dub, so like they deserve the championship because I mean, so
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah, it was an excellent season for the Thunder. Little surprising the team that almost won 70 games. Had to take dispace the team to 7 games, but we'll see what happens next year with the Thunder. I mean, there's still room for them to get better, which is scary. Like that is
wow,
scary. Like SGA is the only person that could even be considered to be in his prime with that team. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like that is
Hey man,
crazy.
I gotta ask y'all. So, do y'all think next year does OKC, if y'all were a part of OKC's organization, would you sacrifice any like defensive player and try to bring some shooting in there, or do you just kind of keep the same formula, like and just go defensive minded first?
I mean, they got some good shooters now. Is somebody in mind you don't like, or
Nah, I was just wondering because I mean it's just like when they go cold, it's like they cold.
yeah, but you can make that case for a lot of teams. I mean, the Celtics, they got good shooters, but when they was missing threes, they lost to the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Like they blew multiple 20-point leads when it went cold.
Yeah,
yeah.
So it could just be the league right now. I don't know if like there's a legitimate case of worst shooter in the Thunder is Isaiah Hartenstein, which it makes sense because he's a center. But I mean, SGA decent, A-Dub decent, Chet decent, Lou Dort's phenomenal. I think Joe's good, Aaron Wiggins is good. Case and Wallace is iffy, but if we rely on Case and Wallace to make threes for us, it's all right. But I don't know. The point guard that tore his ACL last year, he's gonna come back. This will be his second year in the NBA. So the Thunder, man, I don't really know who you would trade on that team for a shooter because they'll probably trade somebody for a shooter that's like legit a shooter only, which then they're gonna have a weak spot in their defense that was just suffocating all year.
gotcha.
I mean, I don't think they should necessarily make a change next year. I don't think that like long term though, like if they want to win another chip, I don't think long term it'll be the formula they have right now. I'll be honest. I don't think. I feel like if Celtics would have been in the finals and we were healthy, I feel like we would beat them. And obviously we're
Insane.
not going to be, but we're not going to be healthy next year. A lot of teams not going to be healthy next year. So I do think they have a good chance of repeating maybe next year. Only because, like I said, there's so many teams that like I don't know what's going on with these Achilles, but there's something a lot of people out, with Achilles injuries, and I think it's gonna be different.
Saying this, all I'm saying is, if this Pacers team to the Thunder to 7 games, the people who just completely dismissive of the 24 champs being this Thunder team is all right. Like, show me how much basketball you watch for real. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it's the difference between Andrew Nembhard forcing shots and Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown forcing shots, man.
The
It's all I'm gonna
Celtics,
say.
the Celtics had no reason to not be in the finals again. Like I mean, I'm talking about like before Jason Tatum injury, but I mean, there's also a real case that like Jason Tatum might not have to expend that much energy. Like if they even just handle business, I had the Celtics sweeping. I don't know. I literally do not know what the Celtics had going on, and I know like they went cold and stuff like that, but they got real. Y'all have
They went historically
hoopers.
cold though. They
Y'all
they
have
went
like
historically
real
cold.
deal hoopers on y'all team though. Like Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown are two of the best like people in the NBA. Like I know that y'all like shooting, but like bro, like I feel like Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown can get a basket whenever they want. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, I do feel like game plan wise, I'm hoping there's some changes. I hope we don't. And I feel like honestly, like in the league, it is starting to get like so positionless, and I feel like we're starting to go kind of out of that era of like putting up so many threes a bit. But like I feel like I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like not put up threes, but like because people still gonna be putting up threes at a high rate still. But like I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be different. I feel like the Celtics try to play like that, try to keep playing like that. I don't think it's not a good recipe, but I think they know that. Even with some of the changes, I feel like we were recently making, I feel like we probably be going in a different direction.
I just realized though, like with the Celtics, it wasn't necessarily even like they were taking back three. It was just like, okay, like y'all would have possessions where y'all would have like 4 or 5 offensive rebounds and literally just kick it out to somebody and just for them to miss another three. And I'm like, after like the third miss, like on that possession, like why don't somebody just put their head down and try to go get fouled or something? That's the only thing I didn't understand.
Nah, yeah, for sure. I got the same questions. For real.
I don't think it's a Celtics problem. I think it's a Jason Tatum problem. I'm cool with paying Pritchard and D White taking 10 threes a game, but Jason Tatum is like you're just too
He
talented.
said, yeah, he
Half of
settled.
your shots be yeah. It's like you just way too talented if you just take jacking up threes. Jalen Brown. I mean, I remember against the match. I think Bro was like 2 for 10 one game from deep, and like 3 for 10 the other game. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like Pritchard, Sam Hauser. Like we know what Sam Hauser does, man. You know, like we know what Horford does. We know what Luke Cornett does, but Tatum and Brown is just like you guys should be at 8 3-point attempts max. But
Put your head down.
all right, man. Malachi, what was your take on the draft from last night? Flag and Harper were the two consensus picks all year from the beginning of the season. Were you surprised about VJ Edgecombe going third? Was you surprised by Con Knuckle going to Charlotte?
I was like, I mean, I was surprised, but like at the same time, like I don't know how that fit's gonna be, and I feel like even just drafting, these last few years, except for last year, Brandon Miller obviously was a good. Or was that last year? Yeah, was a good
Hold on, I was
like
2 years
years
ago.
ago. Yeah,
yeah.
The Hornets pick from last year is terrible.
yeah. I was about to say like last couple years.
The Hornets pick from last year is terrible. He is not a good NBA player.
I don't even know,
He
bro.
wasn't even a good French player. I was so upset when they picked him, man.
But yeah, I mean, I just feel like I do feel like I feel like it was a good pick, but it's just like not for that team, not for the Hornets.
Conversely, I think Conklin was a good fit for the Hornets, just not with the fourth pick in the draft. Like if Conklin was like drafted fifth or 16th, it'd be a good fit. But if you're supposed to be a starting shooting guard on day one, what do we like the Hornets? I don't know how they didn't make it happen to trade for VJ Escom, like to trade up with Philly to the third pick, or trade the fourth pick for that man in New Orleans. Nobody knows what's going on in New Orleans right now, man. They have a billion forwards.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They just traded for Jordan Poole. They just drafted another big man. I'm like, what is like? Get him out of there. Like it was right there, Charlotte. It was right there. And we drafted Con Knuckle. You could sign a guy like Con Knuckle in free agency.
even Sixers
But
pick, I was like kind of like I don't know, like
hey, don't sleep. Do
I
not
mean
sleep on BJ
it's not
Edgecombe, man.
sleep. Like I just like to me like they already have that position, kind of like I don't know,
You
like
saying they don't fit?
yeah, like I don't understand like why. I
Are
guess
you a big Jared McCain guy?
I mean I think Jared McCain nice. I mean before he got hurt, I mean I feel like he was
Jerry McCain, he knocking that bitch down. I ain't gonna lie.
like I
It
mean
seemed
I
that
guess it's
reporting in Philly was
four. I guess I don't know if they plan on starting him. I guess or maybe come off the bench. I don't know. It's to me.
the report in Philly was that Jared McCain would be a good bench player for them. If their team is healthy, they don't see Jared McCain being a good fit beside the other starters,
Mm,
which is weird because I feel like McCain fits better beside the starters than VJ Edgecombe because at least
yeah,
McCain could just sit in the corner.
spread the floor.
But I don't know if me and T Dub was very sick watching the draft last night. We was very sick because granted, I was glad we got Knuckle over Ace Bailey, but that didn't fit right. I
Yeah,
think
How you
me.
feel about Ace Bailey? Because like he looked defeated.
Ace Bailey, I told T Dub this off camera. Ace Bailey's gonna be really nice or he's gonna be out of the league in 4 years. Like you're not Ace Bailey's not gonna be some ninth or tenth man on the team. I promise you he's not. He's gonna be a star or he's gonna be a bust.
Nah, for
Like
sure.
there
I
Bailey
think
has no middle. Is the ceiling or is the floor?
I think like you said, I agree with that take, and I feel like the system in general. I think he could really be good with the Utah Jazz if he takes this opportunity seriously. Because I remember hearing like he turned down different like visits or whatever
Mad
because he
workouts,
wanted.
bro. Mad
No, he
workouts.
didn't work out for anybody.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
He didn't work out for anybody. He
I heard
turned
that
down 30 workouts.
Wizards or Nets. Like I said, if he just, but I feel like he has an opportunity to be the best player on that team. Carry them on offensively because obviously he's a he gonna put up shots regardless. We know that.
yeah. He gonna shoot.
So like
He gonna shoot.
so I feel like it could be a good opportunity for him and he could be good there. I mean obviously I don't think they're gonna be like a championship team or anything like that.
They're gonna be the worst team in the West next year.
Oh no for sure.
They're gonna be the worst team in the West by far.
Ace Bailey. Just I don't have necessarily a problem with Con Knuckle. I did once Dame actually brought VJ Edgecombe to my attention. Like I did some research stuff like that, and like that would have been a really good fit for the Hornets. Like just a really, really good fit. And I don't think Knuckle isn't a good fit. It's just like you said, like number 4 pick, you thinking it's somebody that you could potentially like put into your starting lineup like day one. And I'm not saying Knuckle like will never be a starter in the NBA, but I don't think Concanople is a starter right now. And I don't necessarily see him like becoming a starter like sooner rather than later, if that make any sense.
I think Canuck will be a good like fifth option on a good team. Which
Yeah.
granted, the Hornets aren't a good team, so I mean we have to face that reality. I mean, I will say this though: 2 years ago we killed the Brandon Miller pick and we was wrong. Hopefully we wrong again.
I want Concanople to be good.
I told T Dub Melika that I said maybe Knuckle shot 103 and missed one. You know what I'm saying? Like he may win a Charlotte just like set the world on fire.
Yeah,
I don't see the pick. I like Knuckle when he was at Duke. Four just seems high. But I mean, if they didn't really like anybody else, like Trey Johnson was an amazing scorer last year. Granted, that's all he did, just straight buckets. But I'm glad they didn't draft Ace Bailey. Like, we have Brandon Miller and I guess Miles Bridges. You don't need an Ace
I don't think
Bailey.
I don't think Trey Johnson only because like well if they really want to go forward with Lamelo and that's a whole nother topic. I don't know.
You don't know about LaMelo?
Just because like
Hey,
just because of health reasons, like him, Ion, these two guys they are when they on the court they amazing and they can change the team. Turn them to a winning team easily.
but they don't be on the court,
They
bruh.
got they got to play over 50
But
games.
listen, hey, them boys in October though, opening week
Hey,
it'll be
but
special.
what
Opening
what's
week
that?
it'll be special.
What stat did we see? We saw they was like Lamelo Ball. He's missed like
141
what?
games last two
That's
years.
that's insane.
141 games,
And like he getting a hefty paycheck. So
max contract.
like
I don't like when people try to say like Lamelo Ball like isn't good. And then like there was reports about I think H Bailey even said like he don't want to play beside Lamelo. Like I don't know. H Bailey had a whole bunch of weird stuff going on like in the draft. I
yeah,
think people like H Bailey like it's so many people out here that would like literally just fiend for opportunity to even like work out with the NBA team. And you got like, down there to be actually drafted by NBA team. I feel like you should just be grateful wherever you go. Because like the NBA isn't promised to anybody. Hell, even if you are a draft pick, it's not promised. Cause like, hey, who was dude like they got drafted by the Hornets, bro? And like dude was like smoking crack, bro. He was like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Him, bro, like he cut his hair off. He went bald or something like that.
Oh, Kai Jones, Kai
Yeah,
Jones.
Kai Jones. Kai
I was
Jones
like,
is nice,
he
dude.
ain't drafted by in the lottery. That's smoking crack.
Yeah, nah, he was smoking crack for
Kai
real.
Jones
But
crazy
like,
as hell.
yeah, Kai
but he was
Jones.
talented for sure, and he fumbled his opportunity.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Ace Bailey, you don't want to be like that. Like, cause right now I feel like the way he's been talking, like, and did not like not working out with people and stuff like that, like he literally has to perform. Like if it's any hiccups, anything, anywhere, like I don't think people would be like give him the benefit of the doubt and be like, oh, like, but look at the potential. Because I feel like you look at the benefit of the doubt and like give people the potential when they're grateful for opportunities.
And I
Like I
think
feel like with him,
oh, you good.
I was about to say, I feel like with him, like they would be like, I mean, he ain't want to be here no way, so I can't really see him getting better. So I think he gotta hoop.
Yeah. And I think people are gonna be going at him for sure. All the players around the league, they're gonna see how he was acting. Like they're gonna be on his ass worse than when they got on Lonzo.
Yeah,
like
nah, for
Lonzo came in
sure.
the league, like they was all
That man Pat Bev, man, grown man, grown man.
That bit weird though, bro. That bit weird, bro.
Bailey. He gonna get his welcome to the league moment for sure. I think really early, and we'll see.
It's just so strange though. Like, and I know everybody not the same, and I know everybody not that different, but like, you literally got like VJ Edgecombe, just for example, like, and he was talking about how like they was living off a generator for 7 years straight. He was crying. He was like seeing his mom like struggle to feed them. And he just thankful for the opportunity, bro. Like wherever he go, he just gonna try to do what he gotta do. And like that's a guy that I feel like even just that story alone, that just kind of earned him like a lot of grace in a sense.
Yeah,
Just because like you somebody like that, it's like, bro, he gonna come in here and work his ass off. And then it's like Ace Bailey, he's like, this guy don't give a damn.
and there might be someone in his ear or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Bro's agent got to be smoking crack too, because there's no way I'm letting my young talented guy, turn down workouts because you want like people to like pay you or you think you better. Like, no, bro, go work out for these scenes. We working out for as many people we can work out for.
I mean, Ace Bailey could have some bad people in his family. It won't be all in the manager because I mean, Ace Bailey at worst he wasn't going to pass Brooklyn with the eighth pick. So I mean, there's not 10 players in this draft more talented than Ace Bailey.
For sure.
But like I said, I think Ace Bailey he's going to be nice or he's going to be out of the league. I think Ace Bailey might be Amani Bates with better PR. Do you guys know where Monty Bates play at? But do y'all remember how Monty Bates was like so hyped up in high school? Now look at him.
I'm about to say I remember he
So
was
I mean,
for a bit,
I'm
but
about to say, is he still in the league?
I think he G League. I think.
yeah, he played for the Cavs G League team. But it's just like Amani Bates, man. So like Ace Bailey could easily be another story where I don't Amani Bates, there was never a story about him not working hard. Obviously, just whatever it just never translated to the NBA.
Yeah,
So we'll
And that's
see.
another
I
thing
think Ace
too.
Bailey's like the biggest question mark.
It's no saying that like Ace Bailey don't work hard either. It's just that I'm just saying like he's gonna like he has no like room to like slack, like no like he just ain't happy, like he doesn't have that grace. I think he took that grace away from himself.
yeah,
I still don't like guys that don't win or they don't have no dog in them. And Milk, I don't know how much college basketball you followed this year. Milker said two guys who was consensus top three, top four players in the nation. They did not make the national. They didn't make the tournament. Like you have your point guard go number two in the draft, but then your second best scorer, your best scorer goes fifth. Like how does a team with two of the best collegiate players not even make the tournament where there's mad teams? You know what I'm saying? That's always a red flag to me. It was the same red flag with Markel Fultz, phenomenal player at Washington, and they was terrible. Ben Simmons, great individual player, LSU was terrible. Both of them guys been Ben Simmons has accolades. Markel Fultz has been a bum since he got drafted in the NBA. So Ace
That's
Bailey is just
tough.
like it's cool when Ace Bailey's taking 25 shots at Rutgers, but now you go to Utah where you're arguably the second worst team in the league outside of the Wizards. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is in Utah. I mean, they have Laurie Marketing. You're gonna have two tall guys, and all they're gonna do is just be taking like crazy ass jump shots. But oh no, I think Ace Bailey could pop off, but he has a lot of roadblocks in him because when that first time he played against Giannis and Giannis put that shoulder into him, he might just like break his ribcage and he'd be out for the season. Dude is smaller than Chet. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Chet like broke his foot when LeBron drove on him in the preseason game. So I
Yeah,
mean, it's like
Shaq
it's
got
a
to put on
real
some weight.
thing with him, man.
yeah, like that. I just feel like even with the shift of like well it happened beforehand, but like even with the shift of NIL deals and college players getting paid, I'm sure Rutgers paid them pretty well. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like even like guys who know they're gonna be one and done, they might not prioritize winning. Like Cooper Flag, I feel like he wanted to win. I'm sure. So that's why he probably went to Duke. You're gonna go to Duke. You're gonna at least go to the tournament and do decent at least.
Get that exposure, yo.
Like I said, plus the exposure too. But like guys who go to like teams like LSU, Rutgers, what's that other school? Cannot remember what the other school I'm thinking of. They go in there. They know they're gonna get their shots. They probably not gonna win nothing, but
They going to get as many shots as they can, bruh.
they're gonna get NIL. They know they're gonna get NIL money, and they're gonna.
And that's why stats don't impress me, man. Like Malachi, you and I, Torrance too. Like we all played against guys that went college. Anybody get 20 to take enough shots, man. Anybody get 20 to take enough shots. That is not impressive anymore.
Yeah,
And
especially at the
it's
college level. A lot of them guys, they there 4 years. They worry about their class. They worry about their degree. They're not worried about.
That's what I'm saying. Like the whole bench be playing like 5 minutes a game, man. And the starters be playing basically 95% of the game with two guys taking the shots. If that,
yeah, yeah, man. It's weird, man. I think the NIL. I mean, obviously, it's a good thing, but there's a lot of bad that came with the NIL because a lot of these guys, I don't know, like they get that taste of money like a little bit early, and I feel like it. So some of the not everybody, but a lot of guys like they kind of lose sight of like their actual goal, like to get to the NBA and make the big money, like because it's like oh like I mean I came out here I was averaging 25, like for the Rutgers or whatever, and it's like all right they paid me 8 mil, I'm cool. No, like no, bruh. Get to the league.
so I'm saying like we should have 8 million or a guaranteed contract for like 45 million.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The college guys, interesting class this year, man. But obviously we're all high on Flag. We're not gonna talk about Flag unless y'all guys got something you want to say about Flag. Any hot takes about Flag? God, T Dub, Flag gonna be a bust.
I'm excited to watch the Mavericks. I think it's gonna be a good fit. I think they're gonna be obviously I don't got too much high expectations next season for him. I mean obviously Kyrie probably be out for a good amount of time. I think he's supposed to come back in the season, but I don't know when. Um,
They're targeting Jay Word.
Target Jerry. Okay, yeah.
Cooper
So
Flag over under 15 points.
yeah. Oh, you think he's gonna average 15 points?
Over or under? I'm asking y'all.
I mean, then like Clay Thompson averaged 15 for the Mavs last year.
I think I
I
think
don't see
I
why
think,
he couldn't do that.
I think it's gonna be under
Oh, you
15.
think the number should be higher?
I don't know if it should be all right. I don't see why he couldn't average 15.
I don't think so. Honestly, I
Because
feel like
Kyrie's gonna miss the first half of the year. Somebody got to shoot. It can't just be AD only.
I mean, oh no, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Like we talk about, are we worried about like Spencer Dinwiddie taking shots from him?
No, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Dale
Christian, did we
Gafford,
still play there?
Lively.
I
Yeah,
just don't
he
think
got sent back there.
I just don't think he had, like, I don't know. I just don't.
You don't think Flag get like 3 or 4 layups a game,
No,
shoot free
no,
throws,
for
a
sure.
three?
Like, I'm thinking he's gonna average like 13, maybe like 14. I think it's gonna be close.
So you got under
I don't
15.
think he's gonna be like averaging 18, 19, 17. You know?
I don't think he averages 20 because his bag isn't like that.
Oh no, yeah,
Nah, yeah. If Cooper Flag come out average 20 his first season, GG, and the Mavs the ring next year
yeah. Like I said, I think just the
when
overall
everybody come back
adjustment.
healthy.
I think adjusting to the NBA game. Obviously he's not gonna be number one option.
Which helps him.
I
That helps.
say he's gonna be two option, but like I do think that Dallas is gonna be looking to pick somebody else up. Like, I feel like they're gonna pick up a guard that you will fill in for Kyrie for a bit, like a Chris Paul or a.
That's not gonna take the scoring away from him. They get
Yeah,
Chris
I about to
Paul.
say
I
if they
mean,
get
no,
Chris Paul, that's gonna
that's
get him
just
more
a
shots.
that's just a
That
name.
definitely
That's
need
just a
somebody to
name I'm
shoot.
throwing out there. This is like it could be
Can Chris Paul retire? Damn, man, like it ain't happening.
it could be it
He's been
could
in the
be
league for
I ain't
somebody
gonna
20
lie.
new.
years. He's
I
been
ain't
in the
gonna
league
lie,
for 20
yeah.
years.
Chris Paul, bruh.
Like, damn. Bro got a hairline and no hair. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that shit's so terrible. That shit weird, bro.
Yo, this Chris
Like he
Paul shit, man.
bald, bro. And he got his it's just like it's literally Chris lineup. He bald.
If we got any Mavs fans watching
That's
this,
some Chris Paul shit.
CP0 is the
But
hope that Malachi
every
just gave y'all.
hey, yo, wait. Every team he play on though, they be winning though.
The Spurs have made the playoffs last year.
They may play it though. Did they?
Did
They
they?
may play it.
Spurs
Was they in
ain't-
the play?
Nah.
No. Oh, never
I
mind.
don't think they did play.
The Spurs highlight for last year. The Spurs highlight, and I was here for this moment when they beat the Warriors, and the Warriors got bumped from like top four to like the fifth, sixth range.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. The
Shout out
Warriors still in
Harrison
that game.
Barnes, man. Tar
The
Heels for
Warriors
life.
selling that game absolutely blew me. Me and Dame was talking about that game, bro, and I was
Damn.
so sick watching that game because like I was like, where the adjustments gonna come from? Like we literally had a conversation about Steve Kerr and that mindset of if Harrison Barnes beats us, he beats us. Bro, he's literally beating us, bro. Send somebody out there. Bro, I've never seen somebody take so many wide open threes. Anybody in the NBA, I don't care what nobody say. Anybody that is in the NBA unless you like literally like I mean they don't even bigs can shoot now. So I'm gonna still say that anybody in the NBA can give you 40 on the right night, bruh. Because all these guys are talented enough. Like, and all you gotta see if the ball go in a couple of times, and you just feeling it, bruh, and you just taking wide open shots. I mean,
Yeah.
Harrison Barnes got 25. Let's start guarding him.
Right. I don't know. Like, just
Their boys beat the Warriors. That was their highlight this season. I was
And
here
Harrison
for it.
Barnes hit the game winner, bruh.
Because that guaranteed the Warriors would get a top four seed at that point. So then that's when they was in that mix with the Clippers and the Nuggets.
And they spiraled after that. They
And then,
like
yeah, the Clippers beat them too. So
Yeah, they spiraled after that, man. And the Clippers, I feel like it also could have been a situation too where they was looking ahead. They was like, okay, we got the Spurs. We just
yeah,
need to
we gonna beat the
focus on
Spurs.
like getting
Yep.
the Clippers. Like, bruh, like no, bruh, it's the NBA team. Just come out, play them, take care of business, and then focus on the Clippers. That jump blew me. I mean, granted,
Chris
they
Paul,
still got to
Chris
where they
Paul said
got.
they got rid of me, man. Hey, watch this.
They still got to where they got, and no, I mean ultimately, like Curry got hurt against the Wolves. By the way, I think that would have been a completely different series. I'm not saying who would have won or not, but
A hot take. Star player play would have changed the series. That's crazy.
no,
He's
no, like
crazy.
no, but I'm
Me
talking
and
about
Me and
like
Melick, I can relate to that for
honestly, I was real down on the Timberwolves team. I mean, I feel like the Warriors could have beat them if Curry would have stayed healthy. I mean, I'm sorry, like
Pacers of the
that team.
West.
I think that Timberwolves team is sorry, bro.
the Timberwolves, bro. They really thought that what's his name, bro?
Back-to-back Western
Julius
Conference Finals
Randle,
appearances.
Yeah, Julius
Julius
Randle. They
Randle.
thought Julius Randle was like gonna be enough to get them over the hump, bro. I was like, ugh.
When they
And
said
then
it,
like their problem is like Rudy Gobert. They keep trying to like rely on bro to give them some type of offense. Like it's never gonna happen, bro. It's never
I
gonna
mean,
happen.
he killed the Lakers though.
I mean, like I said, I mean, I feel like I feel like they should have kept Karl Anthony Towns. If they did trade him, I feel like they should have got somebody else other than Julius. They should have went out and got someone.
So they didn't trade Towns for Randall. They traded Towns to get off his contract.
Yeah, yeah.
Do we want to give Carl Towns 60 million? Man, that was a terrible extension.
I mean, no, yeah, for sure, and that's what I was saying. Like, if you trade him, because that contract, like you should have went for hopefully get a different piece other than Julius Randle. I just don't. I don't even see the vision they had there. Even when they first made the decision, I already knew
I ain't I ain't
that
gonna
was
lie.
So
I couldn't
they
see.
trade Towns for Randall because Randall contract's up after next year.
okay.
So the theory is when that money gets back on the books, they could hopefully sign somebody. I don't
Yeah,
know who
so
they're gonna
they
sign,
talk
but
they talk in their season like how the Celtics are. Okay.
look though, they traded Towns and they still made the Western Conference Finals. So
Yeah, I
it's
understand.
the same result with or without him.
I guess that's true.
It
You
wouldn't
right.
You
have
know what
been
I'm
that
saying? So
result.
like, you said what?
It wouldn't have been that result though if a couple of things didn't
So
happen. But those things did happen.
If Curry was healthy and the Timberwolves had Towns, would y'all beat the Timberwolves with Towns? Because that's
I
a
don't
real question. I
know.
mean, them boys
I
beat
don't
Denver.
know. I don't see, and that's the thing. I don't, but like Towns isn't bad. Like Towns,
No, it's like he all star.
he just got to play some. He got to play some defense. Like I don't know. Like
But that's
that
why
was
he
kind
looked
of
good beside Rudy Gobert though.
yeah.
And like
I
for
don't know,
me, it's
man.
like even when they paid him in that contract, I feel like obviously everyone know we know like these contracts are crazy now these days. But it's like
They
if you're
been
gonna pay
crazy.
him that, at least try to go to win. And I feel like they would have had a better chance of winning at the very least. Even I know you don't want that contract, but it's like how we just got rid of Porzingis and Drew Holiday. We know we're not gonna win next season, so it's like why would we keep those contracts? You know what I mean? So it's like, but like Timberwolves, they would have been healthy. They would have still had, I feel like, a better chance with Karl Anthony Towns on that team than they did moving them and getting rid of that contract. Business, I understand it, but at the end of the day,
But I
but
was thinking,
So
That
Towns
Timberwolves
with the
thing is trash
Wolves,
anyway.
Towns with the Wolves could have beat the Thunder.
Because they with the Thunder,
But
I think they
Towns
would
with
have
the
had a better
Knicks would have got
chance.
swept by the Thunder. I'm just asking.
I'm not. I'm
You see why we can have it both ways?
No, no, no. I
The
think they
Knicks
had a
would have
better.
got obliterated by the Thunder. This Knicks team with Towns, Brunson, OG Anunoby,
oh yeah, they
Bridges,
would got killed.
they would have got
Oh
killed.
yeah, for sure. But I feel like that Timberwolves team matching up with Karl Anthony Towns matching up against Shea and Thunder. I feel like matchup wise, it matches up way better than it does than probably anybody else other than I mean I guess you can't really say the Nuggets. The Nuggets lost to them, but I don't know. Like I said, I do feel like they match up better. I'm not saying they would have beat them but I feel like they would have had a better shot.
I told team the best team to beat the Thunder in the West is the Rockets. The Rockets couldn't get past Golden State because they couldn't score the last 5 minutes of the game, and now they just had the greatest score of all time. I don't know
I got
if y'all waiting long term bets. I don't know what the Rockets title odds are. The team that played the Thunder the best this year in the regular season was the Rockets,
It
I
was
think that
and
defense
it's
I
versus
like
think
defense.
you got some good upside. It's going to be interesting to see like what they're going to do in terms of how they're going to play. Thompson and if they're going to give Whitmore some more time.
Y'all done
This season.
froze, bruh.
But I think they got some upside for sure. They can definitely be a good team. I feel like the West is really interesting this year. I don't know what's going to happen in the East though.
we're gonna pause this real quick and then take a quick break, jump back into this video.
Okay.